good evening once again. Welcome back to the ESEA Pro League. We are into our 6th week now of the 2nd season. Lauren still has a nasty cough. Please forgive her, as she kind of, well, most likely...
I might present you my lungs later.
The on-camera the parts are the riskiest, because they can see you coughing. Like that.
It's that common. It happens all the time. It's fantastic.
I appreciate that. Thank you. But our 3rd game of the evening... Okay, our 3rd game of the evening will be Titan Fnatic on Overpass. We're going to be seeing a whole lot of Titan, as I said already. Not a great track record, both up against Fnatic or on Overpass. So these two stars aligning, I feel like we could be seeing a bit of an uphill struggle for the French off the back of their victory
Similar to my
against
casting
Mouse.
Right now.
Yes.
Uphill struggle. Carry on.
I was worried that I damaged my vocal cords after that one.
No, nothing compared to this. Don't worry. It's great.
I'm so glad you can see what's happening now to Lauren, because this is like, when she's casting, she's like, and now we're seeing them push into the...
Stop it. Stop it. Stop
That's essentially what's happening. Anyway.
I can't help it, I'm ill.
And you're actually still here, and you're still sounding relatively cohesive.
I'm not sure if I'm even coherent.
Yeah. You can be cohesive. I mean, it's not relevant, but you could be.
I'm not normally uncohesive, just like become really mardy when I'm a bit ill.
But that's true. I mean, that is a separate entity altogether.
Wow, okay, Alex.
So Grumpy Lauren aside, we are waiting for 2 members of Titan to get in the server. Fnatic, of course, are on form. Lauren is taking the mick out of my hand gestures because I gesticulate quite a lot.
I only do it when I'm casting, and I'm very specific. So it's like I will act out what they're doing toward the side.
I wish someone, like next event where Lauren's like visible to the public and she's casting, just get a camera, zoom in on her, because no matter what she's saying, it will be like, and now coming towards Long. We're going to see if they can wrap around through toilets. It's going to be intriguing to see if they can throw some nades over. It's essentially like charades for CSGO. The reason we are just talking like this is because we, of course, are waiting for the 9th round to start.
Because the producer wants to leave the camera on us, not put it in game, because he's really mean like that. Thanks, Matt. Matt.
Oh, they're actually knifing with just 4, are they? Oh, Crims makes the noble choice.
Oh, Crims is a nice
Hang on, wait.
guy.
Smiths is on Fnatic. He's going to be making all the calls. This is actually not okay, because he knows exactly where Fnatic are with this sniper. Okay, anyway, they are starting to cut each other.
What's happening.
And it does look like Titan are going to be picking up this.
Is this me being ill, or is this Smith?
I'm so very confused.
What is happening? I don't under...
There it is.
Matt,
the Comic Sans warm-up.
God damn it. Was that the legit knife?
I think that was the legit knife, yeah. So we're going to be seeing Titan pick it up and choose to stick around on CT. And
clearly Fnatic very serious about this then.
Yeah, I mean, Fnatic currently residing at the top of the table alongside TSM and Na'Vi. Let's see if they can continue to exert dominance here on Overpass up against Titan. Recently, here on the Pro League, we did see 1 game from the Titan boys on Overpass, and it didn't go too well for them up against TSM. They lost out 16-5. So let's see if they can just best that. That's going to be their main target, is improving at this point on some of their weaker maps. Yeah,
here we go. And the Glock train has already left the station. And it was looking towards B, and actually no players for the CT side are here. They're all in the underpass tunnels. So this will be a very curious round. Both teams just going to be like, where are they? And well, they're going to find out very soon. Smith has already received a little bit of damage as Olaf just tucks his head under the balcony. Does manage to pop out, catch out RPK, which will follow, but it's JW, and there we go. Olaf just proving how much of a pest he can be in these times. Picks up a gun. And Titan getting pretty locked out here.
Yeah, and that's just really good read from Olaf. Saw the door swing open and didn't immediately assume it's just going to be the one.
I love that.
Just kept it chill, waited for them to come to him, and they did indeed do just that. Now those shocks, just his Kevlar and his P2K to try and do something, and he's going to be able to find Crims. That's definitely something, and time is going to be coming to a close. So he's just going to go ahead and keep himself breathing. And we are actually going to see one of the Fnatic boys go down to the bomb in the end of that one. Still, first of many, as you would assume, looking at previous statistics here for Fnatic on Overpass.
Have to wait and see. Kind of curious about Titan then, just maybe trying something new, seeing if maybe they'd read something into Fnatic previously. But Fnatic heavily investing into this, even though they do have the kind of 3 SMG style you can see with the head armor and all the utility to boot. You know, they want to keep this fairly clean, and in theory they should do. But then you look at Titan, they do have that kind of head armor there. They do have a lot to work with, and already similar stuff from Fnatic. Trailing their way through. trying to get early control, but Scream's going to have the perfect opportunity and takes it. That's Pronax down. That's a gun to be recovered. That was, however, I believe the Mach 10, if anything. So it's not the worst thing to lose, but they're in the great position here. Scream from above. Brilliant angle. Flashes come out. They've got them just trapped in here. That's a lot of damage coming in, but Crim still fighting it out. 3 players left. But look at this. Sadly for Titan, they can't recover all these guns.
There's no way that they can let this round slip away. Looks like they're going to try, though, as now Fnatic are in a 2 versus 1. Titan going to be looking to hopefully just take Flusher out. Look at that, 13 points of health. Just 1 bullet for his P250 could very well be enough. And he's actually opted for the harder target first. Did some good damage to Crims. Crims making short work of him in the end. It's going to be 4 for him in that round. Kind of helping where the others fell. It was Olof and JW who managed to make very little impact in that one. And they are going to go back into this one with a few more rifles than they started. On the other side of things, we're going to be seeing Titan just stick with, I think that's quite literally just 2 P250s and a couple of flashes for shots.
Nice stuff from Scream there, though. Making the most of pushing through mid, as we saw, and just kind of getting at least one down very early on and assisting on the rest. But 4 rifles now coming out from Fnatic. Don't want to take any chances here. They should be playing this one fairly safe and fairly smart. And you can see on the other side of things, Titan looking to maybe focus the vast majority of their attention towards this B site. To be fair, it's where Fnatic have gone for the last 2 rounds. However, this time they are switching it up, maybe looking over towards A. And Smiths will be waiting ever patiently as Flusher is going to start having a little look. He's going to see at least 2 players there, and it will merely spur on Fnatic towards this A site.
Into make an impact. I'm scared by the deagle. Fortunately, it goes away, and I can breathe a little calmer as it's going to be Scream taken out by Flusher. He finds a second as well, as Existence has tucked himself into that what has become predictable corner.
And they can rotate again here. This is the danger. Flusher's found Smiths, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're kind of just pivoting linchpins almost. They had Olof and Flusher waiting back by B. Now they've pulled the 2 players over towards A. They're going to leave JW here. Now he may go down. He's a little low. And there we go. Shox will pick him up, so does recover a rifle, but at what cost? Fnatic have kept 4 players alive. Bomb is down, and they shouldn't lose anyone else. That was really nicely done. I'm never reading into the round like it's over, regardless of how many are alive. They've been constantly working that round out.
Yeah, good to see from Fnatic, and it's always so impressive to see the level of communication that they can possess as well. Just getting a real good understanding of where their opponents are. Reading the small signals, you know, the little indications as to where those CTs can be positioned, especially when on that, you know, T side on the assault. It's often a numbers game at the end of the day, and Fnatic playing it beautifully in this one, maintaining 4 of their own, and they just about catch that 5th one with the explosion. He's going to be killing himself as they do manage to notice that AK's lying on the floor. Big smile on their face, and that's going to be Fnatic continuing on that spree. 3-0 then for them. We are going to be seeing the first AWP in play, this time in the hands of Smiths. In the previous game for Titan, we managed to see it in both, let's go through this, Existence, Shox and Smiths all picked up the AWP at one point or another. Yeah. Intrigued to see if it's going to kind of rest on one player as the team continues to evolve.
And it looks like Existence and Shox are going to be escorting him down towards that fountain side. Actually quite pushed up here, not playing it passively at all, but Fnatic going back to what they did in the pistol. And last time it was Scream who stopped them. This time RPK tries his hand and fails parlously, as Existence will have to try and pick up the slack. However, now there's 3 players hammering down towards him. He's going to be very cautious here, backs away. And the rest of Fnatic can now have to kind of reconsider their options. Scream's adjusting around, and Fnatic have been slowed.
Slow, and steady seems to be their motto as they are rotating back around.
Oh, this could be huge.
Shox has got a good read on this one. He can hear footsteps. He's going to have to play this beautifully. Pronax, are you going to check that corner? Why would you? He does! He is only going to take 1, though, before going down to JW. You had to pay a heavy price for that one. Smart of Pronax to check that corner, realizing that he was going to be vulnerable on this rather late rotate. I say late, 45 seconds left on the clock, and Fnatic still not sure where they want to commit towards this one, considering Crims and the bomb is heading back towards that monster area.
They're kind of using JW like they did before, putting him out on his own and kind of keeping him holding parts of the map pretty much safe and leaving Flusher and Crims to kind of explore the rest. He's going to try and get the players away from A, but Scream and Smiths are still by B. And look at the time. It's running low, and Smiths takes the head off of Flusher, and now he's expecting Crims. But look at this. JW shows his hand. He draws them towards A as Crims slowly works his way towards the site, and now this is just beautiful. He knows he's done his job. He can get the hell out of there now. If he can get down there fast enough, the bomb's even planted for him. This is Fnatic playing just beautiful CS.
That was so good. Damn you, Fnatic. And the fact that he planted so openly as well. He knew they weren't going to be looking at them. And now, Fnatic just set themselves up, dig themselves in, and they're going to go ahead and pick up this round. Titan backing away as they know they've been played for fools. And Fnatic are going to make this fourth round a beautiful one. Just such
sexy.
Smart decision making made by them as a unit. And that's going to be the fourth. Now though, where are Titan going to kind of catch their breath? Where are they going to find a way in is the question. And I don't know whether or not it's going to be this round. Looking at their current state of things, we're probably going to be seeing maybe a pistol or two. RPK just treats himself to a deagle. A 5-7 for existence. On the other side of things, everything could not be more stacked up. Full nades, full everything for Fnatic, and they're going to be coming into this one looking to find a quick fifth. That bomb, and the majority of Fnatic are actually going towards the fountain side of things. Maybe just going to go for a long peek as well for Olof. And considering where the CTs are stacked up, if they continue at this pace, things could go very, very right, very, very quickly for Fnatic.
Yeah, it could well do. Existence has been playing here pretty religiously thus far. And you can see Crims is actually trying to peek over that smoke, just trying to catch anyone out. Not going to find anything, even going to check towards clearing it. Smith and Shox have now joined over towards this, so there's actually a fair amount of the T side on this side. But bear in mind, we've seen Fnatic rotate off the back of a dime, but already JW going to find Existence. Might spur things on. Titan not showing their hand though. Here we go. That's the game up now. Pronax has been tagged. Will they still commit? Titan have put 4 players on this side. If Fnatic go for this, they're going to have to brute force it, but they've got 50 seconds here, Alex. They don't have to go for this site right now.
It's kind of do or die for Titan now, and Smith's having that AWP hasn't been able to make too much of an impact despite the enemy coming straight towards him. Misses the sitter. He was lined up with Olaf Meister's belly button and he can't find anything.
Shot, Smith.
Good God, Olaf gives him a lesson as he takes 2 of Titan's 3. Crims is the one to wrap up the final, but Smiths was given the opportunity there. He had the AWP, he had everything perfectly lining up for him. He was not being threatened, not smoked out. Everything was lining up good for Smiths, but the shots just did not connect, and that's going to cost him an opportunity at the first round on the board for Titan.
Yeah, massive opportunity lost there. And to be fair, the thing is that Fnatic knew there was a lot of players on their side. Once they'd heard the AWP, they'd heard everything they had. They still went for it, yeah, why not? They're that confident, and now Fnatic going in for what looks like a fairly aggressive play to begin out with them, but they do slow down. Touch the Scream will be making the peak, but gets put down by Pronax. They were flashed up. I'd be gutted if I was Scream. But now Smith is going to have to try and call off one angle to try and support RPK. And Fnatic know they're already in control of this round.
Yeah, and immediately it was so interesting. As soon as that one frag happened, Fnatic immediately just stood still, and JW and Crim started to rotate back. They decided, right, we've made an impact on B now, let's go and keep them guessing elsewhere. And hang on a second, RPK is considering something. They're smoking it, trying to keep Fnatic. Oh, that's beautiful. That's going to be the bomb. A huge play, but Olaf swings around with his AWP and immediately regains control.
Oh my God.
To some degree. Numbers stacked up against Titan now, and it's looking to extend that. Is going to be Flusher through middle. This is one of the intriguing plays from Fnatic because they're so spread out. They're using the toilet area through connector as a kind of pressure point. They can basically keep them guessing on both B and A by taking this late control of the middle area.
Well, that's the thing. If they wanted to push B, they could do, because everyone's watching Olaf, and they're still doing that. Olaf's still got the bomb. He's not committed. It's going to be a B play. I don't think he can even make it towards A in time. So no matter what, Smith is the player that's going to be the imperative one out of this, and he's going to be taken down by Flusher. And in the end of it, they still win out on brute force. But you can see how much faith they have in those guys to win those duels.
And that is an incredibly blue knife for Olaf. The case hardened blue. That's I was reading about this one. I was like,
oh, the blue gems.
Because I don't know, because I got a case hardened. I was like, oh, hang on. Apparently they go stupid prices because you can like super rare get blue. I don't know how it works. See, well, I don't know very much about knives.
Okay, so with knives, it's like almost like imagine a cloth of a pattern, right? And let's say there's a certain area that's got a lot of blue in it. You may have a very small percentage to get that sort of pattern. So
I'm with you.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, back into the game. Oh my God, that wallbang is just annoying as hell. Scream's gonna do it again though. He's gonna find out Crims, but I guess you can't write out players like Scream when he's given a 5-7. Those things are pretty freaking accurate, but still, Fnatic should be able to lock this round down. Shox is kind of tucked away, but that bomb is not able to stop it either. As Olaf did find Existence, now it's down to 2.
Yeah, both of them rather sketchy. One of them does have Kevlar, though. It's going to be Shox, who has a little bit of a slightly more increased chance of survival. Not going to be happening. Flusher takes him down. And then it's just down to the Deagle of Smith. 3 to find, and Pronax is going to be the first to challenge and the first to finish, as it's going to be 7-0. Titan yet to get off the starting line, and at the moment I see no signs of that changing. It feels like Fnatic are in complete control, on the T side no less, of Overpass.
See, and in my eyes, the only way it changes if an individual has a really big round from Titan. They're just getting overrun individually. It's, you know, one player may pick up 2 kills a round, but that's all they'll get. And then everyone's operating on full cylinders for the other side. You know, Pronax, you could argue, all right, he's not top fragging right now, which he very rarely does, but he doesn't need to. And I just want to see how Titan switches up. I feel they have to try and take these angles, take these shots, but when players like Olaf are just dancing between... Oh.
Dancing.
Easy. Dancing around his own nade. And there's the 1-for-1 trade again. RPK doing what he does, but just not really winning out in these situations overall. They've done this trading, then Scream tries to pick up the mantle. He wins it out against Crims most of the time, but then the remaining players of Fnatic just outdo them. This time, though, they've done a lot of damage towards JW, so he's got to be a little bit more cautious. And actually, Scream's still prowling around. This is different, but Crims winning the duel is going to once again give this back into the hands of Fnatic, at least for now. And Shox, you better be landing shots like that. Don't give Crims a second chance. And he doesn't.
This is the closest Titan have come to actually being in control of a round so far. Knowing they've done damage, taking down Crims and Pronax, but also JW being down low. So it feels like they've got a good understanding of how to take this round home. Smiths and Shox finding one on either end of the map, and it all comes down to JW, who's crawling through with just a fraction of the health he started with. He's got nades, he has the bomb. There is a couple of, you know, positives to this situation, but the French most definitely just one bullet away from picking up their first much needed round. It's going to be Existence who does fire off the warning shots. And JW starting to get closed in on. He knows he needs to kind of cut them down fast. Not going to happen. Existence does complete the set. And it's going to be Titan's first round after 8 grueling attempts. They managed to put the first on the board.
They just relentlessly threw bodies into taking challenges, it looked like. Just one after RPK took the fight, he got the 1-for-1 trade. We saw the fight after that, Crims went down. It was just like, eventually we might win this one out. So it wasn't pretty, but it did the job. And Fnatic 7-1 up now. Titan getting a little bit of a better buy here, a lot more utility to work with. I'm curious to see how Titan now, Fnatic now, switch things up. And if they feel the need to. Last time they just, didn't win out on the trades as favorably as usual. This time RPK and Scream going very aggressive. Again, peeking out so early on. Trying to get control of this kind of middle area towards that B site, but it looks like already Fnatic starting to build up towards A, but Smiths is waiting. Now, last time he didn't exactly land those shots back to back, but he does have a much better opportunity now.
Okay. Damage already has been done to Titan, and it's going to continue to be done as Olaf just kind of finds Smith. These guys have been having this constant staring competition, and every single time it seems that Olaf does prevail. Pretty far from Pronax, and if Existence can throw himself there now, that would be perfect. But look at this! Shox has come around and doesn't manage to find a thing! He had such an opportunity! That's almost quite reminiscent of what Smiths had not too long ago as well. Titan being given choices, and RPK has one right now. 1 versus 3. Makes it 1v1. He's found 2 very quick frags, but Flusher does manage to deal with him and does secure another for Fnatic. Again, that's probably 2 rounds back-to-back where Titan were given chances by Fnatic. Shox coming around that corner. No one was looking at him. He had about 2-3 seconds of free control and didn't manage to net him 1 frag.
Yeah. And looking at the buy-up Titan going for... You see the Nova for RPK. Smith's going a little more aggressive here with the op. But it looks like every time Smith does this, they don't go near him. They go straight through, they take down Scream, RPK gets the exchange. And, well, there we go, RPK gets the exchange. And it's pretty much rinse and repeat. It's like we've seen the same round 50 times now, even though there's been 10 rounds.
Yeah, but I mean, I think what Fnatic are doing so well here is that they never ever go like for fast fountain play, never straight into toilets, because they know, the CTs can thrive. CTs can thrive by just pushing early, through mid, getting some early control around toilets and connector. Instead, Fnatic commit straight away, always, towards this kind of water/monster area. And then these late, slow pushes once the CTs have retracted. It's very kind of inspiring to see how they are structuring their T side. And a 9-1 scoreline is going to be... I mean, it's going to be spelling trouble. Let's not forget Titan's last result here on Overpass. The last time we saw them play, it was actually here in the Pro League itself. 16-5 against TSM. It doesn't even look like they're in line to pick up that at this point in time. Smith was just, I mean, a couple of seconds away from getting himself tucked into that corner and the potential having the drop on them. RPK does do some damage though. That's Flusher now down and out. Not going to be able to retrieve the rifle, that's for sure. As JW does ensure that. And it does look positive for existence. That's the bomb. Expecting a second as well. He found that something could start to be forged, but not going to be happening. And now it's Shox' turn in the meat grinder. That Fnatic meat grinder is not working, not operational, as it is now 1v2. Olofmeister and JW up against Scream.
And Scream has had some great moments this game already, but that might be another. There's a start. Can he land the perfect shot here? JW has everything he needs. And poor old Scream just has his P250, and JW's not going to take the chance. He's getting out of there. He's going to allow Scream to have, you know, a good moment. He's going to like, screw this.
Neat and tidy.
I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it real clinical. I'm not even going to take that P250 lightly. I'm checking my corners against a P250 with 25 seconds.
Why wouldn't you?
And there we go. Bomb down. JW going to smoke himself out of here. Oh, he actually fakes it. Oh, it's filthy to watch. It's filthy. Oh, JW. Do you know what the thing is, right? Stuff like that is beautiful to watch. And then there's so few players who put it off on such a regular basis that he's just so careful, and then we'll do things like that. Just fake the smoke on one side, you know.
So Scream tries to try and peek it.
Exactly, and then they'll peek that way, and he just literally challenges straight up, just like, hey. How you doing?
Well, I mean, he did know he was up against an unarmored, low-health P250, so, I mean, it was really kind of do or die on the toilet exchange.
I just hope that on the toilet exchange.
That's what it was, the toilet exchange.
The toilet exchange.
That sounds like a really, really cool movie. I'd watch the toilet exchange.
I bet you would.
Oh, like Wes Anderson movie, I'm thinking, you know, kind of quirky.
Really?
It's about a toilet salesman from Albuquerque.
I think you're trying real hard here to make this not sound weird.
I'm trying. Either way, Shox is not going to be able to do as much as he was asked for. I say that. He actually found Pro next. There was a third man there by Monster. And he's already rotated all the way back around to try and deal with JW. JW's just crawled into bank and he's going to be stealthing his way around there. Lauren has completely lost control. She is giggling like a manic witch, but this CS is still unfolding. It's going to be Shox and Smiths, and oh, Shox. Oh, JW, don't you do it. That's right, doesn't quite get the knife. He considered it, and he's going to jump down straight onto the head of Smiths. Fortunately, not going to be finding that one. So Titan still have an opportunity to pick up this second round, but it's going to be depleting and depleting fast with the bomb in. Fnatic just setting themselves up for a crossfire. Flusher's the one to try and keep Smiths busy as time does start to become a factor. Look at Flusher. There is absolutely no respect being shown here. Jumping up and down, trying to keep Smiths away from the site by any means necessary. Oh, and it's just Ring Around the Roses. Finally finds it. And Olof is happy to oblige for Fnatic. 11-1 then the score here on Overpass, and it seems that Titan are having a bit more of a troublesome time on Overpass. As it's no secret, it's a map that we weren't expecting to see the best from Titan. It's a map that they've always been very clear that it's not their strongest. Maniac has you know, kind of imparted that knowledge when he was a part of the team. Now, Scream at the helm, just 5 frags. Yeah, it's all right. I've been talking.
Yeah, I'm very impressed.
Scream has just the 5 frags currently. And it looks like he's not going to be given an opportunity this round either, as they are boosted up over that smoke. JW not pushing through. Instead, it's going to be Crims to draw first blood.
Yeah, and Crim's getting ahead of where RPK expected players to make it, and JW's going to take the perfect time to peek them both. Smith's in existence get wiped down, and JW's going to pick up a third, because why not? It's JW, and he wants to get 3 kills, so he might even make it a 4th if he wants to here, because he's going to have the perfect chance. But it's Crims to find it, and Fnatic just looking dominant. Price just, you know, warming up a little.
Yeah, Crims and JW just picking up an ace between them.
Yeah.
As,
I really want JW to get the Kraken out though. Did you get to watch him on Cobble when he gets out the sort of shotgun and just flies through drop down?
I have seen that play.
It's magical.
He has been known to pick it up on questionable situations.
Yeah,
as well.
I'm hoping we see it here for no apparent reason. Not right now, but just he brings it out. I just, you know, it makes me very happy.
You want to see JW's Kraken?
Really?
That's what I'm saying. You told me off for my toilet remark. I was just
right, sorry, what was the film called again?
I'm not going to remark. I have no idea, actually. In the meantime, Crims is in his happy corner, in his happy place, and he's found 2. It's going to be Smiths who tries to take him down and out of the running, but look at this. He's actually forced back Glass Cannon, of course, makes him even more vulnerable to these wallbangs, and nades down to 29. He's desperate to try and catch his breath, and he's just going to be hunted down like a rabid dog. It's going to be JW who does put him down, and now Scream and Existence are left to try and just desperately put another number on the board for Titan.
Scream is in the perfect position. He's going to get the first bomb. It's loose. Follows up with Pronax. Going to go for the third. Clinically done. Saving on the ammo at this point. But can he find the others? Will he expect JW to be on the way around? Scream in control of the situation. JW is going to be peering through though. He's going to spray down wildly. Take his time on Existence. So it's down to Scream. 1v2 for the ace here against Fnatic. He has to pick it up for his side. Spots out JW, but there's still Crims. And he will be the one to close it down. And Fnatic, once again, keeping control. 2
rounds in a row. Just Crims and JW are the ones to frag to bring those rounds home. That's another ace between the two of them. And they are rightfully, as expected, sitting at the top of the scoreboard. 21 for JW just in the first half alone, and Crims just chasing him on 16. Crims has been rushing straight to that corner. We've seen him now 2 rounds in a row. He gets there and then proceeds to threaten short. It's really intriguing that he's actually finding frags. Like, Titan are going aggressive, even though there's a whole lot of predictability to Fnatic's play at this point. For us, anyway, with our overlay on, and Flusher just connects straight through the wood onto RPK.
And of course it's Flusher to do it as well, let's be honest. Who else would be the one to do that right now?
Absolutely. He probably lifted his mouse at that very moment, but the fact that RPK's been a constant presence at short, Flusher then proceeds to spray him down, and he's not stopping there. And Fnatic, in the meantime, have not moved a muscle. The bomb's still hanging out in playground. And this is the final opportunity for Titan on the CT side to try and get rid of that rather dirty mark of just 1 round.
Yeah, I think they know that this has been a bit of a dire game. I can imagine when they see it on the schedule, there's only so much you can be really looking forward to in a match like this. Now Smith's in a great spot, but Crim's already making it hard work finding shots. He will get the drop though. Here we go. Smith, Scream, Existence, all chiming in with frags, leaving it just in the hands of Pronax. And finally, they make it work out, but at what point?
Yeah, that's little bit of a redeeming feature then for Titan, managing to secure their second. I'm pretty sure they were very oddly spaced out as well for them.
Yeah.
And it does leave a rather... oh, here you can see the wallbang as well. You can see that lineup. Just one last connection through RPK. There's another man there as well. I think he tagged Smith down to 33.
Jesus.
That could have been a double. Yeah, Smith's down 51, then 33. That's crazy. Either way. We are going to be going into this one. Just Flusher things indeed. As this is just the warm-up.
I wasn't sure though.
Every time, you know. This is why I'm going to get the warm-up text. I'm going to make it happen, a reality.
Should we speak to Valve? Should we just be like, Valve, look?
Well, we've got some mock-ups of a design we've been working on.
Now, we really like our concepts towards it. We'd like you to really keep the core of our idea
yeah, I like that.
True. You could maybe center it, but we know Valve don't like to particularly center things anyway. If you ever look at the global logo.
Oh, no, it's the, what's the Master Guardian one? Has the weird circle.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I remember that one.
There's a few of them.
Oh, hello, Shadow Daggers. They got the original ones, whipping them out. Going to be going then into our second half here of our third game of the day. Titan versus Fnatic, and it's most definitely been a Swedish show so far. JW, it doesn't matter what he's using, is going to be able to get that pick early.
They're against Titan, and they do this. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true. They are running around, having some fun with it at this point, and that's just the beauty of Fnatic, is they can win rounds like that. And look at them go. Pronax charges up through Connector to find Smith. Shox does finally trade that one out, so we are in a 3 versus 3. And it's Titan that now have to maneuver the bomb. Now, they're the ones that have to try and make something happen on the T side. The fact that Fnatic got 13 on T side overpass is just mind-boggling, considering you do usually expect to see more of a CT prevalence. Surprised myself with that one.
I'm rolling with it, as is Crims.
Oh!
Because, you know, everyone can do that with USPS. You know, that's super common. As he just kind of Kobe Bryant's his way out and leaves Olaf to kind of pick up the pieces. And there we go. What can you say about Fnatic? You know what I mean? They're literally just bowling around the map. It's just...
I think you can say a lot about their T side. That's worth watching back. You know, those early, like 8-9 rounds where they were really just playing with Titan, toying with them between these rotates. That's really sexy CS and definitely worth watching back if your Overpass T side needs some work. And look at this buy as well. 3 FAMAS then for that long range expected here on Overpass, and those 2 cheeky SMGs. Pronax and Flush are the ones wielding them. Looking to shred through. I would say the unarmored tees, but we have seen both Shox and Smith go for the helmet.
Yeah.
And Scream and RPK just the Kevlar.
And JW again, looking for these opening shots. It's a dangerous peak to take. He's going to find out they're armored sooner rather than later with the lack of dead bodies lining up for him, but he's going to find RPK, to be fair. And Flusher just rearing his head up, going, anyone else here? Oh, no, it's just JW going wild. All right, just... how? How does he do this?
3.
It's gross to watch, because it's like, okay, they're all peeking him, all challenging. He's on 12 HP, and he still makes it work. Still, Shox is alive now. No bomb to hand. JW's going to be covering that one off.
It's not far.
Nice prediction, but not going to be the one there. Going to be hunted down. And sadly, all alone. He's going to be in a real predicament here.
Yeah, I mean, the bomb is in long. Just to kind of summarize the situation Shox was in. 15-2 then the score. This one has been quite clearly cut since, well, not too long from the start, actually. You know,
yeah, it's been a real quick game.
It has been a very, very quick game, and for this one, it's just a demonstration of Fnatic's prowess and the reasons behind them being at the top of the scoreboard. Defending champions of the major as well. That's coming up just around the corner as well. We get to see another major already. And now, it seems like Titan are in a rather dire position. Just Tech9's and Arm. We saw what Navi could do with it over on Inferno in our first game, but they weren't 15-2 down. Let's see then how this one does go.
Yeah, smoke coming out already, and Olaf going to position himself real close there. As Flush is going to be the one to find RPK. And actually, Olaf
He didn't catch him.
Does let Shox slip by, and that could put JW in trouble, but this just means that Shox gets a lot more freedom than expected, but let's see what he can do with it here. No one else in his team is particularly safer. They're still within the grasp of Fnatic. They still have to get past the likes of JW, who's just sitting there spamming away bullet at a time, down to reload now.
It's like a gargoyle on the fountain.
Yeah. Nade will come through, doesn't actually catch out Scream. But where is Shox going? He's taking the tour of the map now.
Yeah, Shox has seen an awful lot of Overpass without seeing an awful lot of CTs. And now we can find one. Pronax's head does get dissolved, and he's looking for a second. It's not going to happen, though, as Crims is present. So all onto existence to keep Titan's hopes alive. It's very clear that this is not going to be an easy feat. I think he'd rather just be swinging on the swings and kick him back towards playground, but no, they're backing away. Does have the bomb to hand, but just 30 seconds for him to play with, to manipulate up against an armored, bought-up, scary Fnatic side. 20 seconds now, he's making all the noise in the world. He isn't going to check his corners. This could very well be it, as he does try and fake it out. There's a man right behind him, and the daggers prevail. It's Fnatic who pick up the win. 16-2 the score. We asked if they could best their 16-5 loss. The answer is no, as Titan are going to be feeling the pain after that one, feeling the sting, as Fnatic do slap them in the face with a 16-2 loss. Yeah,
and closing it down with a knife, I think, just sums up that entire game.
I think you're right. I was like, I'm pretty sure if Olaf is behind him. Why is it taking so long? What's he doing? The daggers came to play.
Let's be honest, as you said, Fnatic's T-side was really impressive. You saw what they can achieve when they play it super seriously, and then they just kind of boiled it down to winning challenges every single time. So, you know, when JW's operating on that sort of level, it's hard to tame. You know,
for sure.
There's only so much you can do. If you're not operating on the same level as him, you're going to find it very hard to tame Fnatic as a whole. And I think, sadly for Titan, they just felt the brunt of that. Now they get basically going back into a rematch. Let's see how much that game affected them.
That's what I'm interested about. That's what we kind of, this is a little experiment then. We're in our lab and we're going to see...
Social experiment.
A social experiment. We've just seen a team play against Mousebot. We've just seen these two teams play over on Cash. And now, after a very, very grueling loss, a kind of, you know, a loss...
A hefty loss.
A hefty loss ending in you being knifed, to, you know, as the final kill. Then going into your next game up against the same team, this time on Mirage. We're going to see how that one does unfold. We're going to take a quick break. You should too, but do not go anywhere, because when we get back, we're going to be bringing you another Titan game up against Mouse.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Intel Extreme Masters. Down to time to babysitting gets it! Oh, it's beautiful! Exists. 2 kills could never be so important. Gonna go for it behind the fountain. Kerrigan's just gonna charge him down. He's gonna miss quite a few pistol shots. Can he actually want a kill? But then he gets the second. Kenny F punches the round.